Two taken to the hospital in what witnesses are describing as ghoulish violence at the trailer park just outside of Delavan. Counting down all the hits one at a time to make sure your mind is full of our programming. Up next is Pop Sensation.
It's about radiation leaks from West Valley demonstration project. Citizens are asking what's in the water.
Heading into the weekend. This is Cattaraugus County Public Access Radio, CCPAR AM 950. Up next, Kodo's Creepies, with news and commentary on the weird and supernatural, and the official call-in radio show of the Cattaraugus County Sheriff's Department. This is CCPAR.
In uncertain times, people cry out for hope.
I, for one, am damn sure Mark Zuckerberg is a lizard person.
In the furthest reaches of our high strange reality. In the darkest corners of Western New York. One man stands alone.
People need to know, and I'm the only one brave and or drunk enough to tell them.
One man dares to speak the truth. That man is Cattaraugus County Sheriff Cecil Kodo.
The people need to know darkness and violence.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kodo's Creepies, the only show on local public access radio and available on the podcast platform of your choice, thanks to some stoner college kids show me how to use a Google machine, that dares to tell you the truth. The truth about this crumbling veneer we call reality. The truth about every topic you've ever idly considered but were too afraid to ask about because of a lifetime of CIA domestic psyops that's pureed your inquisitive little mind in mush for the brain-eating parasites that run the secret world government. UFOs and secret societies, endless wars, the rise of the police state, psychological warfare in our media, cult symbolism in your kids' fourth grade textbooks, the world beyond the veil. Now, we've been talking for several years now, you and me. Maybe you're a long-time listener, maybe you're just tuning in hauling cargo down 219, warming up with a hot cup of joe, a few woke-ass truth bombs from yours truly. Point is, we've been through a lot together. As much as I hate to say it, this is the show's final broadcast. That's right, Kodo's Creepies is going off the air. But fear not, because I'm not going off the airwaves completely. If anything, you'll be hearing and seeing a lot more from me. My new TV show, Freaky Tales from the Force, is in full swing as we speak. You can catch the latest episode nightly on Cattaraugus County Public Access Television. New show stars me and my intrepid if bumbling deputies as we patrol the roads, keep the fine folks of this lovable backwater safe from supernatural threats. The kind of threats undreamed of by squares who taught you the world wasn't full of magic. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tower, 6th grade math teacher at West Valley Central School. Mr. Werewolves don't exist, so stop waving that silver ceremonial knife around in my class. Let me ask you, where were you last week when I was power washing lycanthrope guts off the hood of my cruiser, huh? That's what I thought. Well, folks, this may be my last show, but we're gonna walk that final country mile together. So sit back, grab yourself something to drink, but don't relax, because that's when they come. That rant felt good, folks, not gonna lie. Going out strong on this one. Bet the gutter snipes on the internet are gonna turn that into a Sheriff Kodo Goes Crazy meme. Which is fine. My political and spiritual views are best expressed through GIF form. But before we go opening the phones up, we got a very special guest calling in. Line 1, we have our old pal and friend of the show, Jonathan Rabb. Now, Jonathan here has been profiting off my exploits for a couple years now, turning them into novels and selling them for lucrative amounts of unbacked American fiat dollars on the internet. Jonathan, welcome to the final broadcast of Kodo's Creepies. How's it feel being a show for the deep state?
Listen, Sheriff, I know you're upset about a few of the scenes in the books, but you said I could promote the new business, not ambush me. In fact, you specifically said, Jonathan, I won't ambush you.
Ambush! Ambush!
The books are 95% accurate, Cecil. Couple details changed to protect the public and, not get my throat slit by government assassins. Not that they haven't been going through my mail.
Yeah, the government, that's who's been going through your mail. Now explain to me how you left out all the scenes where I was saving the day while shirtless, grating cheese over my rock-hard abs and winning the respect and admiration of superstar musicians like Seal and 90s Mariah Carey.
Abe said he was going to be like this. I should have listened to him. Look, Cecil, I'm not here to promote the books. I've got a new business venture.
I've seen the bumper stickers.
What?
Look, I drink more than enough milk for the both of us, so keep your cartoon cows to yourself.
What? No, I'm not selling... Look, Sheriff, I've got my business partner, Tom Breen. He's on the line with me.
Hey, Sheriff Cotto. I'm a big fan. Glad to be here.
Right. Well, it's pronounced Kodo, and that is the voice of an unnamed alphanumeric designated private counterintelligence agency asset, if I've ever heard one.
I am on Facebook a lot, so yeah, pretty much.
Okay, Cecil, try this on for size. Breen and Rabb, Occult Deprogrammers.
You have my ever-dwindling attention.
Okay, so we specialize in extraction and debriefing of innocent citizens caught up in occult conspiracies and networks.
You rescue people from cults?
Right, sort of.
Well, we specialize in certain cults, primarily of the benevolent alien space brother and satanic conspiracy variety.
Are either of you even trained psychologists?
Well, I am on Facebook a lot, so yeah, pretty much.
Explain your wacky but lovable methods.
Well, we kick down doors, shout at people and wave guns around, then bring them back to a hotel room or a deserted cabin, chain smoke, show them old Alex Jones films and YouTube clips about demonic control over human society. Pretty straightforward stuff.
We also spend a lot of time explaining how every single calendar is wrong. Time as we know it is a lie.
My audience will, of course, know that my official position on the fourth dimension and various clockeries is that time is naturally a cube.
Also, we tend to drink a lot during the deprogramming process and quote Matthew McConaughey's character from True Detective when we hit a wall with the subject. It seems to add to the whole grizzled, world-weary vibe we're going for.
Sounds like you guys would make excellent deputies, gentlemen.
We also tell them to repent and submit to the Pope.
Damn it, Tom, we don't agree on that. The Bible specifically says...
Hey, do you want to take our discussion about the drawbacks of the Reformation over to Facebook?
Which Pope are we talking about here? The real Pope or the fake Pope?
Sorry, you're right. I should have been more specific.
All right, that's Breen and Rabb, Occult Deprogrammers. Up next, we have...
Wait. We've got a warning for your audience.
I'm all ears and 75% water.
Project Bluebeam.
Yeah, I'm not interested in listening to Fish or Grateful Dead, gentlemen. I can respect your taste in music if you just keep your jam band mixtapes within the confines of your own sad homes where they belong.
What? No. Project Bluebeam. We're seeing a pattern in occult activity. A lot of the people we deprogram are saying that their prophets are awaiting some sort of sign in the heavens. A signal of some sort to trigger a violent apocalypse.
Right. UFOs or religious icons appearing over major cities and battlefields. Our research and our evenings spent obsessing over Pentagon domestic warfare papers indicates the government intends to simulate a major supernatural event.
Tell them about the Twinkie.
Guys, I gotta admit, I haven't understood a single thing you've said up to that point.
Holograms, but incredibly lifelike. Shot out by a combination of ground-based lasers, satellite projections, and secret experimental aircraft.
Jesus, Muhammad, an alien fleet. The CIA already took out a Canadian journalist over this, and that was years ago. Imagine what they can do with the technology at their disposal today. They could start a new religion, suspend democracy.
I could teach some of elites, kings, and blue-wing days. Watch when I'm great, nothing as it seems. When you believe in the dead, your computers generate reality. Demonic, their skullduggery. They stage every discovery. The script is world's reality. Controlling all you think and see. And as you know you're there, they put the mind down and even more. Rewrite the history books. Science in midnight could keep on nothing in this life is free. The lasers are powered up. Hit the switch and light 'em up. Atmospheric DOTs united in 3D. Then we hear Nighttime is hot, the walls are guiding, looping dreams as we hear rotation of telekinetic wave. The walls are guiding, looping dreams. Architects of a faithful new age. A new world order is coming our way. Chaos is on hand, no fear embrace. Leads to elites, kings, and blue-wing days. This conspiracy runs deeper than the waters of the sea. From the global elite, the world leaders down to NASA. From the 6 see that coming, did ya? In 75, today get older. You put the ball with it, you must propose. Overtook the battlefield and running soldier soul. They put the mind down and even more. Rewrite the history books. Science in midnight could keep on nothing in this life is free. The lasers are powered up. Hit the switch and light 'em up. Atmospheric DOTs united in 3D. Then we hear Nighttime is hot, the walls are guiding, looping dreams as we hear rotation of telekinetic wave. The walls are guiding, looping dreams. Tell you, look to the sky and cannot see the skylines and skyscrapers. Don't just throw them on the clouds. Heaven and Jesus have showed up, made no appearance in the clouds. You say the Lord walks in mysterious ways, mysterious my hands. They're taking the world over. 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 Architects of a faithful new age. A new world order is coming our way. Chaos is on hand, no fear embrace. Leads to elites, kings, and blue-wing days.
All right. At the risk of further FCC violations, let's go back to the phones. Looks like we got an out-of-state caller. Must be one of them fans listening in via the internet, or possibly through the means of psychedelic-induced astral projection. Line 4, Jim from Little Dixie, Oklahoma? Hell, is that Preacher Jim?
Yes, sir. Preacher Jim of the Church of the Redeeming Carpenter. Good to speak with you again, Sheriff.
How's the soul-saving business in Little Dixie going?
Awful.
Jim and I got ourselves into a little adventure not too long ago. It was my first time in Oklahoma, and it was a memorable one.
I'm sorry things went so bad so quickly, but little Dixie, it has a way of eating at your soul.
Yeah, the Pizza Hut I ate off 44 had a pretty good salad bar, so that's something.
Sheriff, I wish we were talking under better circumstances. And I'm sorry to call on your last show. I should have, reached out sooner. But the way things ended...
Things went to hell pretty quick, Jim. Literally. But it's good to know you're still kicking, doing the Lord's work, preaching the good word, and stockpiling guns and ammunition for one of Little Dixie's periodic ghost apocalypses. Something I can help you out with?
I normally wouldn't even consider doing this, but with your show going off the air, and me not knowing how else to get in contact with you...
Out with it, man.
You know I don't approve, but she's in trouble.
Who?
Chloe, the witch with whom you helped negotiate a new pact with giant frog gods in the swamp, remember?
I'm working real hard to put that woman behind me, preacher.
How so?
I like to picture all my regret and self-hatred as baseball cards, stuffed in a shoebox and shoved under a pile of old NRA magazines in one of the dead areas of my heart.
So you're drinking?
Isn't that how you'd handle things?
She got a message to me. She said she needed help.
Why ain't she call me directly then?
I suspect it has something to do with her coven. You didn't exactly leave on good terms with them.
Look, Jim, it's been really nice chatting and all, but I got a show to get through, so...
I understand how you feel, Sheriff, but you can't run from this forever. Little Dixie's got a hold on you, brother, and that hold's a strong woman. A devil worshiper, sure, but there's fire in her, and you're connected now. Like it or not, maybe God can use you to work some good in her, or maybe she can work some good in you.
You want to show with her out here in the midday sun?
You a Christian man, Sheriff Cole?
I don't buy it. Promise.
How much Bible you know?
What is it?
Little Dixie is a battleground.
She belongs to me, not you.
We were coven kin. That's a connection deeper than blood.
Evil versus evil. You're smack dab in the middle of it.
Maybe she needed to come help us. You help me.
They're coming. You'll have to protect her.
There's a price for everything.
Did you fornicate with her?
You've doomed us.
It's abomination.
What we had was nothing.
Well, in chapel, you all my music gold out of my frame. But now you're making them sing the blues. I should have known better. But it ain't so easy, little Dixie playing with my sense. And well, she's serving me the joke with a sorcery. And that southern fried devilry behind my eyes. And baby will say what I meant she'd say. The plain and the sky should have been a dead giveaway. Well, I know love will want for she saw the sun. The lesser guys in the swamp. Well, I should have known better. Should have had more sense than this. I should have known. Should have known. Time I go snooping around in Mr. Winter's sandbox. It's all ghouls and ghosts, all the shows and hard knocks. Now let me educate y'all Devilry in the blues and Little Dixie. Well, the rag magic weaving the sky, my heart will beat with them on every monsters. Boy, something and I'd say, is it too much to ask for a little subtlety? Well, next time I'm a listener to that head. And you best believe it. Well, I know love will want for she saw the sun. The lesser guys in the swamp. Well, I should have known better, but I was blindsided by a pan of homemade mac
first rode out of Little Dixie, you know what I'm saying?
Folks, you ever think about what you're putting in your body? No, I'm not talking about that time you and your buddies ended up in the Springville ER after one too many rounds of Old Crow and what we found laying around my uncle's garage. I'm talking about the food we eat. The whole damn system, from pasture to platter. They say we are what we eat, right? Well, I've seen some reports sent to me by fans of the show. Documents straight out of the science fiction nightmare we call reality. Lab reports, chemical analysis, DoD-sponsored super soldier serums tested on livestock. Cattle mutilations are often accompanied by black helicopter sightings, government agents intimidating frightened ranchers into silence. And the whole damn food chain's their playground. Now, I'm not about to go all vegan or anything, but the biohorror experiment funded by Big Food, Big Pharma, and Big Military that we call the U.S. food industry is a lot more disgusting and sinister, more dangerous than just the calories in the corn syrup-laced burgers and drinks we're slugging down on a regular basis. You ever wonder why that beef hamburger, with all its attendant costs to raise, harvest, and distribute, costs less than a salad? Control, man, control! Obesity and diabetes are rampant in the poorest parts of the country, whether in the sticks or in the cities. A handle of vodka's cheaper than a counseling session, and a pain pill prescription is cheaper for an insurance company than routine doctor visits. But I digress. Frankenfood is in our supermarkets and corner stores. But do you think they'd stop there, giving kickbacks to big corn and blending new breeds of malicious mammals to clog our arteries? You think GMO means grub modified only? Dear listeners and domestic spies alike, let me give you a little insight. Soylent Green ain't quite people. Not yet. But there's more than a few people. Might be something more. Or something less. If they're modifying the cattle, they're willing to modify the chattel. And you know exactly how they see us, don't you?
What would you do with a double game? Well, I believe my man you might find out. Cause if they catch you thinking that they'll just replace you, go ahead, ask them who gon' what I'm talking about. Chromosome elite, tripping bombs, genetic syndicate, every wrongs. Labs on me with no memory train. I said rock on nucleic acid flashback. It's a new attack on the tower of Babel. Don't know that much so much genetic chattel. Double that helix, where the science of the hammer
You still with me, folks? Pulling out all the stops for you fine citizens this evening. Figure we should go out with a bang. Drop the truth bombs faster than the cultural programming can scrape them from your consciousness. Faster than years of corporate government indoctrination can crush those circuits of critical thinking and truth-seeking forming that mush-addled brain of yours. A few great men once said the truth will set you free. Now, I don't have a monopoly on the truth, just open eyes and a proud American spirit. Promise this great land, a land with potential for great. UFO agenda ain't so clear-cut, although years of research have.
We've been listening and watching you, good constable, for so many years.
Kodo clones, or Clodos, isn't above their efforts to co-opt my voice of dissent.
We've been here in this damned and glorious place well before your ancestors arrived in boats and accompanied by disease and rats and vain hopes and stinking fear.
Chapter of Saucer Watch disappeared overnight.
But now we want to go there, to where you are, Sheriff. But to do so, the real Leeds needs homes in the minds of your listeners, in the soft and pliable brain tissue of the youngest and most impressionable.
Chelsea Manning, national heroes for what they did. Better than I ever was. Better than any war hero.
We're so close now, so close to spreading our sublime sickness to your good and virgin county. But first, we need to stretch our wings a bit before we take flight beyond the borders of dearest, sweetest Leeds.
Information on the Las Vegas shooter is few and far.
So this is our first overture, our good and faithful lawman. Our first clawing reach toward the green hills and the sinking golden sun of the summer of your worthless and purposeless and pain-riddled life.
This is just a test. WXXT leads The Worm in the Heart.
Good morning, faithful listeners, casualties, this is Jebediah Blackstein with the WXXT traffic report. Traffic on the 666. 91 North is backed up to the Connecticut line due to the excavation in the median of a 70-foot-high stone Christ for purposes of veneration or possibly posthumous execution. At the Route 90 interchange, traffic has been diverted onto local roads to facilitate the cleanup scattered along a quarter mile of the roadway by a tractor-trailer truck. And now, back to you, Chet.
Don't signal the
hear a lot of things, lady. I hear the vending machine in the hallway grinding away as some poor dope tried for the M&Ms again. I hear the blood pumping in my American veins when the night's quiet and the noble K.O.T. leads his pack across the distant green hills. I hear the buzzing of anomalous aerial phenomena over Niagara Falls Air Force Base when I'm on my annual Spot the Sky Creeper camping trip. Who am I speaking to, young lady?
I can't say too much. I still work for these people. I can't give my name.
These people. Sounds ominous. Let's hear it.
I've had a few, so forgive me if I start to ramble a bit.
I am totally lucid and have complete command over my faculties.
These people will do anything they want. They eat people. Like they eat people literally. I help them do it. And they pay me very, very well for it.
Ah, what do we have here? Cannibal cult? Perhaps a State Department employee retreat.
Have you ever heard of messy eater? The way they chew and rip and suckle. It's... God, we have some messy eaters we help out. Thank God I only have to see them every once in a while. Still, that dinner party was enough for a lifetime.
Why would a young lady like yourself work for such monsters?
They pay me so well, and the benefits are amazing. But, well, yeah.
Let's get to the bottom of this. You called to blow the whole thing wide open. Who we dealing with here? Really?
Wendigos. Wendigos.
Oh, no. They've organized? Again?
They get strong. Strong as anything, eating all these people. You'd think they'd just get fat, but no. It's weird. These are some very rich people. I hope they don't hear this. They have operations all over New England. The company even sends the scraps to fast food places. What do you think that pink slime stuff really is? God, I'm a terrible person. I eat with them sometimes. I've only done it 1 or 2 times, but still, cannibalism, even a little bit, is pretty messed up.
It's not too late to get out, Missy, but I can't say as my department has jurisdiction in New England.
I know you can't really help me. I just wanted to start to get the truth out there. I taped one of the meetings once. I'm not sure why I did it, but I did. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah. Let's pull the curtain back on this corporate cannibal conspiracy. Wendigos are regular bozos. We'll get the truth out.
Gentlemen, fourth quarter profit statements are in and the numbers are very encouraging. We have no reason to think the next fiscal year will be any less so. We've dominated in high-end culinary markets, but now it's time to pursue some new ones.
Leaving the bone, seasoned and smoking, 225 degrees, low and slow. Coleslaw and taters, a couple fruits. Salt him up with your rolling barbecue. Some with a side of pasta, carry with a red wine. A nice tall bottle so that we have time. We'll bring fillets with oven days, holidays. Just cut him up into sausages. We got 101 ways to cook a human. Killing is business and business is booming. Discreet, sweet meat, guaranteed to please. They call us monsters, but who cares what in all things? Hot reviews on that woman spoon that open table. It's all praise and accolades. When we chin up, you need to out. Give us a shout. Every hard-working Wendigo needs a guide. We got 101 ways to cook a human. Killing is business and business is booming. Discreet, sweet meat, guaranteed to please. They call us monsters, but who cares what in our things? And we are sure the utmost discretion. Castle chose a false word in the mission statement. Our clientele's in need of a constantly sublime soul. We in that with these you die. Of course, precaution's important. In our methods of opposite, but in a businessman could tell you that it's all in the marketing. Eat fresh now.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is why I won't go to most states in New England. That and because of a couple outstanding parking tickets that I will pay because I'm a man of the law. And I encourage all Cattaraugus County citizens pay their parking and traffic fines promptly and immediately, as is their civic duty. And it helps fund the annual Sheriff's Ice Cold 5K and Cream Ale Kegger, which in turn raises money to buy Christmas presents for underprivileged children and ammunition for the department. Keep those kids in Nintendos and local deputies in 5.56 rounds, folks. It's all in the name of the Christmas spirit. Not to be confused with Mary Lou, true Christmas spirit. Skeleton ghost horse of Welsh legend, challenges you to rap battles and demands pastries and hospitality upon your inevitable feat in a battle of wits. Start memorizing those crowd-pleasing comebacks and put-downs now. Otherwise, you'll be feeding Mary pies and cookies all night. Possibly the souls of your elderly relatives. Looks like we got another caller on the line. Anonymous, calling from no comment. You're on the air.
Don't hang up the phone.
I'm inclined to do whatever flutters into my mind at any given moment, sir. I'm not going to start taking orders from you over some agreed-upon sense of social decorum.
It's important, Kodo. I have information you need.
Now you have my interest, sir. My ever-dwindling patience for open bouts of human communication.
It's about the order.
Order? You looking for wings and pizza? Yeah, I'm making a few recommendations.
No, not place an order. The order. The Order of the Night Moose.
I'm listening. There's still a 26% chance you've been spending too much time on the internet. 47% chance you're a disinformation agent. But I'll let you talk. Nothing else, maybe my audience can learn a bit more about how nefarious their local fraternity order really is. You think Order of the Night Moose is all about spaghetti fundraisers and wearing those silly little hats? Let's talk secret handshakes, government coups, demon worship. What's going on in those lodges that sit dark and foreboding in communities across this haunted nation?
If only it were so clear-cut, Geoff. If only it were so simple.
Now hang up the phone. They might be listening. All you would know. My location has been compromised. We don't have much time. But they'll go for you at night. It may be violent. It may be quiet. I'm afraid it's too late. Tell me how it'll be outside. We'll see you since go be futile. And in the
So what's the verdict, listeners? Was our good caller merely spreading lies and half-truths, or was that the real deal? Either way, makes for good radio. Kept me out of the sauce for another 3 minutes. Thank God it's over. Let's keep moving. We've got Geoff from Perth Road and Great Valley on line 2. Geoff, you son of a bitch. If this is another prank, I'm going to send a tactical team to your mom's house and seize your vintage Nintendo Power magazine collection. Again.
No need, Sheriff. No more prank calls, I promise.
Or setting bales of hay on fire?
I promise. Those days are behind me.
Wish I could say the same. Now, you've been calling in with all sorts of crazy claptrap since our first show a few years back. Damn near every show.
Yeah, but, why do you keep taking my calls?
I feel like we got a real Magneto Professor X thing going on.
What? I don't follow.
That's because you're on drugs, Geoff. You're always on drugs.
Wait, am I Professor X or am I Magneto? I don't get it.
Just rewatch the Days of Future Past arc from the 90s cartoon. You'll have all the answers you need.
Right. I've turned over a new leaf, Sheriff, and I want to share the good news. You see, I've joined a community group. A few of us get together in the woods north of the soccer fields out this way and...
You joined a cult, Geoff. Haven't you listened to anything I've tried to warn you about?
The drugs, Sheriff. Remember?
Of course. Continue.
Well, our dear leader, he's had an apocalyptic vision. Another one anyways. And, we want to share it with you and your audience.
Sure. What the hell? Once more for old time's sake.
Our god is coming, Sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
Our god of the skies. The great planet X, Nibiru returns.
Oh, I think Brain and Rab are trying to warn me about this. Folks, I came into this broadcast feeling a bit nostalgic. Kodos Creepy's been a big part of my life for several years now. Really key in getting me elected as county sheriff. But after a few calls like these, Jesus, you really shown me the county services needs to expand their mental health programming. Speaking of which, let's continue with making me feel better about my own untreated neuroses. Going back to the phones. Who? Fields. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a very special guest. It's my old deputy, now a special agent for the FBI, Stephen Fields. Fields, you old drunk, how the feds treating you? Last time I saw you, we had just escaped a demonic moonshine-crazed mob via helicopter.
Cecil, good to speak with you. But I'm no longer with the FBI.
Got sick and tired being a foot soldier for the New World Order, eh?
No, they kicked me out. I got too close.
To what? UFO truth? Deep state globalists? Plans for breakaway civilization?
No, Sheriff. I was doing some routine investigation into a local cryptid, a creature native to lower Minnesota and parts of western Wisconsin. Something called the Marmal.
Not sure I've ever heard this one.
Accounts differ. Some believe it to be a chupacabra-like creature. Other times it manifests strange variations of alien abduction scenarios. Of course, when I presented my theory that the Marmal is an extra-dimensional creature entering our plane via a vortex centered in Brabolo, Minnesota, well, that's when the paychecks stopped coming, among other things.
Sounds real weird, dude.
I gotta be honest with you though, Kodo. I'm feeling a little strung out here. Feeling a little loose. I keep reaching for things and they keep slipping away.
Whoa, take it easy, buddy. We'll get through this. How can I help?
Help? I'm afraid it's a little late for help. Look, I'm calling to warn you. No matter what happens to me, no matter who shows up knocking on your door at 3 a.m, no matter who offers you a double vodka and whiskey at the gin mill, don't get involved. Stay away from Brabolo, Minnesota. Stay out of Minnesota. Stay out of the entire Midwest for all I care. If someone comes to you talking about the Marmal, stay away from them. Turn around and run away from them. For your own sake, for your own good, stay away.
Huh. That's pretty ominous. I should probably call, or maybe send him a Christmas card this year. I'm sure he's fine. Old Stephen Fields has got himself out of plenty of scrapes. I doubt a Marmalian cryptic poses much of a threat. He probably just got into the ether again. But you fine folks know what really does pose a threat? Let me ask you a question. How well do you know someone? I mean, really know them. How would you know if they've ever been replaced? Or changed? Taken over? Someone close to you were replaced by, say, a lizard person from the far side of the moon? How would you know they were even human to begin with? You say you know if you want free. Some nonsense and conspiracy. Well, I'm gonna be the one to bust your bubble. 'Cause the reptiles are among us. Our future being written as we speak. A cold-blooded elephants. That future's blood on the slaughterhouse walls. Unless we do something about it. Shape-shifting reptoids from the 6th dimension. DDRs incarnate. They've taken over our continent. And the some bitches are hungry. From those who are the political elite. The queen, the president. But to the upper echelons of our society. Oh, snake ideas. Share money to make sunset. Get hunted into slavery. To consume and obey. They control the frequencies of instinct. It's got to run round a beat. Control the masses, my man, and you control the sheep. The pinnacle of Draco. The seventh globalist agenda. Some manipulation of dimensional frequencies. And to bring the worlds together. The fears robbing you in every spectrum. Giving you some new and quiet. Making your brain with waves and light rays. Broadcasting in every day on your mind. Good God. Share money to make sunset. Get hunted into slavery. To consume and obey. Folks, look at the time. Closing in on the last rant of the evening. I know. Time is relative to your brain chemistry. The way we experience reality is but a shadow of a shadow. Delayed response simulacrum. Something truly unknowable and infinite. And yet, here we are, closing in on the end of the hour. It's been a wild ride taking your calls and sharing your stories, but since becoming sheriff, I have more responsibilities. Deputies to manage, patrol schedules to write, paperwork to file, UFO sightings to chase down. And more importantly, public access TV show to star in. I'm told that degenerate Jonathan Rabb is publishing another adaptation of my exploits. Freak Tales from the Force, Season 1, from Muzzleland Press. And I'm not going to tell you to support that rapscallion's take on the true life adventures of yours truly. But as far as getting the woke-ass truth, there's worse places to start. So we're going to move on to our final segment, a coda to tonight's show, Godo's Creepies in general. I've been trying to figure out exactly what I want to say, and what's that? No, I think we're done with callers for the evening. I was going to... What? Related to the murders. Put her on then, put her on!
Sheriff? Is this Sheriff Kodo?
Out with it, Missy. You alright? What's going on?
The murders. In the trailer park. I know who's behind them.
Outside of Delavan, you mean? Double homicide? Victims drained of blood and guts splattered across the trailer in ritualistic fashion?
I saw them, Sheriff. They didn't walk up to the trailer, they flew down to it. Came out of the sky, but it was dark. I thought I must have been dreaming.
Hold on. Where are you right now? I'll get a deputy to your location right away.
They're outside. Right now. They must have seen me. Oh, God. I didn't think it was real. It couldn't have been real. But there's 2 of them outside my door right now. It wasn't a dream. Oh, sweet Jesus, they're asking to come in. They're asking for permission.
Permission? Miss, listen to me very carefully. Do not give them permission to enter. Don't even listen to them. Don't go near the doors. Don't look out your windows.
The blinds are open. I can see their eyes. Sheriff, it's so dark out. Why can I see their eyes?
Look away, miss. Just look away. Get into another room and don't look outside. Get Abe on the line. Tell him to get all units to Delavan Trailer Park. Tell those bastards to bring holy water.
I'm gonna let him inside, Sheriff. Their voices... I can hear them in my head, Sheriff. They have the sweetest voices. They're so kind. They just want to talk to me. Maybe...
Miss!
I don't...
Hello?
Okay.
Hello? Miss, we got deputies on the way to your location. Which trailer are you in? Help's almost there.
Sheriff Kodo.
Who is this? Where's the girl?
Cecil. So good to speak with you.
Who is this?
Me? Us. Be more specific. There are so many of us now, Sheriff.
What's going on? What's the status of my patrol units?
And now, there's one more.
Hello, miss? Miss, are you there? Fuck. Is there a unit on site? Tell them to wait for backup. Don't go in that park without backup. Folks, I'm sorry. This ain't how I intended to end the show. I promise you, you and all the good people of this great county, I'm gonna get those space vampire bastards. I'm gonna send them straight to hell.
With the flash of
You're listening to Cattaraugus County Public Access Radio, CCPAR AM 950, and that was the farewell broadcast of Kodos Creepies. Up next, join your hosts, Jason, Frank, and Jared, as they review the best and not so best of horror cinema on the last Roundup Horror Show. This is Cattaraugus County Public Access Radio, CCPAR AM 950.
You've heard the rumors.
What's that in the sky? Did you see that?
You've seen the symbolism and heard the apocalyptic warnings.
Cataclysm and blood in Babylon. It starts here in America.
We are moving into a new occultation, witnessing the dawn of a new world order.
This isn't God's chosen nation. It belongs to the Prince of Earth, Beelzebub.
You've witnessed the terror.
He's after me in the woods.
But you've never seen it like this. Camp Ghoul Mountain Part 6, the director's cut. See it again for the first time with restored scenes and special gore effects in select theaters across LA and New York. Featuring live action thrills and chills, special effects, and a special appearance by visionary horror auteur Monty Blackwood. Camp Ghoul Mountain Part 6, the director's cut. See it now, before they send him to get you. Playing Saturday the 26th at 11:59 p.m. at the Golden Theater, Hollywood. Tickets available now.